How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Pokemon Purveyors podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Shad, aka PokeNav. But as you guys know, I am never here alone. I've got my fellow Purveyor, my fellow, well, I shouldn't say fellow Canadian. You never know. Maybe one of these days I might get a house up in the yonder north. But I've got my fellow Purveyor here, my man Jules. What is going on, my friend?
Guys, we are back another week, another podcast. I'm excited. I'm getting ready. We have a nice one in store for you guys today. And you know what? Shad, what's better? Like next couple of weeks, we got the holidays rolling around, spending time with family and friends, doing it properly with all this pandemic happening, of course, staying safe, but I'm excited. I feel the holiday spirit. And you know what? I'm pumped. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too. It's this is a wonderful time of year, I think, for most people, with it being the holiday season. Especially with this year, 2020 has been super crazy, and I think the holidays have been enjoyed even more so this year. Getting together with family, as you said, doing it in a responsible way, but having that social connection once again, I think is just really important for people. Something that they've missed. And hopefully, as we move on into 2021, hopefully things will kind of even out, and we'll be able to. Who knows? Maybe you and I will actually be able to meet in person for the
Yes,
first
yes.
time.
Next year. I'm putting it on the calendar.
Just so you guys know, Jules has told me that if everything works out, that he's actually moving to Arizona. He's tired of the cold in Canada. He likes these nice warm winters here in the desert. So, Jules, go ahead and tell everybody that you're moving down to Arizona next year.
Yeah, I cannot confirm nor deny that statement at the moment, my friend. Maybe it'll be a
Well,
surprise.
we, just got to get you down here once. Just get you down here once, and then I think we can convince you. And then that way we can just record these podcasts in person and just make things that much better,
There you
right?
go. We have a nice recording studio set up and everything. Much easier.
Exactly, exactly. But guys, like Jules said, we've got a good episode ahead for you guys. First thing that I want to do here is we do have a couple announcements that we want to get out there first and foremost before we dive into our discussions. And the first one is we've got a giveaway for you guys. Yeah, already we're giving away stuff. It's the holiday season, like we said. It's a time for giving, and we want to go ahead and do that for you guys. And honestly, it would not have been possible without a fellow purveyor, a fellow member of the community who has actually donated this product for us to give away. So they decided to go ahead and remain anonymous, which we will honor that. But we want to, you know who you are out there, you know who you are, and we want to give you a big shout out and a big thank you for doing this. But for the giveaway, guys, essentially to get yourselves entered for this, I'm gonna let you wait to know exactly what the prize is. But to get yourselves entered on this particular video, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and comment hashtag Purveyors Christmas. That is Purveyors XMAS. Went ahead and abbreviated Christmas for you, so it wasn't a super long hashtag. So that is Purveyors Xmas. Go ahead and comment that down below. That will enter you into the giveaway. And the prize that we've got in store for you is none other than the Fall Collector's Chest. So again, really big thank you to that member of the community that donated this. You guys know these collector's chests are really cool. Lots of goodies on the inside of there. And you can get your hands on one by commenting down below hashtag Purveyors XMAS. So that, like I said, that's really cool, really awesome of that person to go ahead and do that, especially as early on as we are in this podcast. It really creates more of a sense of community, and we just certainly appreciate that. All right, and then talking about giveaways, we are not the only ones on this channel giving away products. I heard there is also somebody else, somebody I know pretty well, that has a giveaway. Jules, can you fill me in on what else is going on here?
Hmm. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was a magical break and my hat just appeared. Guys, if you're listening to us on the podcast platforms, you can't see it right now, but I'm wearing a Christmas hat here, a Santa hat, and we got a little tree in the back of me as well to bring in that holiday spirit. And what better way to give than to give back to the community? And that's exactly what I'm doing on my personal channel, guys, at the moment. My personal channel is Collecting with Jules. There will be links in the description as well if you're watching this on YouTube. Again, I'm having a giveaway, holiday spirit, Christmas. A thank you to everybody for supporting me on the channel. Some of the rules are in one of my videos as well. What you can win: Champions Path ETB, one sleeved blister pack of Burning Shadows, one sleeved blister pack of Unbroken Bonds, one triple pack of Vivid Voltage, and also finally a Darkness Ablaze and Sword and Shield duo pack. So guys, a lot of goodies in store. Super simple to enter as well. Just head on over to my channel when you guys have a chance, and if you'd like to win those things, check out the rules. And I wish you all the best of luck if you guys do enter. So thank you very much for taking the time if you can.
Awesome, man. That's a really awesome giveaway that you're doing. And guys, I mean, you've got two chances now. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, if you follow both Jules and myself, you guys have two chances to get in on some awesome products. And especially this time of year, we know money is tight. We know that products are limited out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get your hands, especially on many of the products that we have here for you guys. So this is just another way for both of us to give back in our different ways. You guys know I just did a giveaway on my channel as well. Big giveaway there, celebrating 5,000 subscribers. So the giveaways just seem to keep on coming. But I know Jules, myself, we're really happy to do these type of things. And, it seems other people are as well that are willing to, donate to a good cause, and that cause is being able to put products in people's hands that might not otherwise be able to get them. So really
Yeah.
awesome there, guys. Make sure that you just follow the rules on that to get yourselves entered. And you might have Santa visiting your door early in the form of Jules and myself, apparently.
I
So
don't know
not
if I
the
fit
Santa
in the
you might have
chimney.
yeah, not the Santas that you might have expected, but hey, you take what you can get, right?
There you go.
All right. So the last announcement before we get rolling here is, with next week being the holiday week, Jules and myself both super busy, super swamped with everything that's going on. So next week we will not have an episode. Plus, that episode would drop on Christmas Day, and we would rather you guys be spending time with friends, with family, with whomever those close to you. So we will not be having an episode drop next week, but we will be seeing you again in 2021. That's right. Our next episode will drop on January 1st, which is the first Friday of 2021. So really cool. It's honestly crazy to say that, to say, well, we'll see you guys in
Yeah.
2021. This year has gone by so fast. It continually baffles me how quickly it has gone. So, just take next week, guys. Enjoy the week, enjoy the holiday, and then we will see you again the following week for another episode. And as we get into next month, that's when we will the majority of our episodes will be guest appearances. We've been working really hard to get guests on. We've got some people in the pipeline that we know you guys are going to enjoy. So moving forward, as we go through 2021, probably the vast majority of episodes will be guest appearances. And that's really what we wanted for the channel. I enjoyed talking to Jules directly and having
course.
conversations with him. But we wanted to bring other people on, for the most part. That way you've got kind of a third perspective on the podcast at all times, you
Mhm.
know. 'Cause, Jules and I, we don't always see eye to eye, but for the most part, we pretty much see eye to eye. So we
Yeah.
want to give you guys, a different perspective and a different just a different point of view on episodes. So you guys can look forward to that moving on into 2021. All right, Jules. I think that's it. Anything else that we need to drop to these fine purveyors?
No, I think you've covered everything. We got everything checked off, guys. Next year, like you said, we're going to turn on a little bit of afterburners here. We're going to go into overdrive and we will bring you those guests. Like we said from the beginning, stick with us. We got you guys covered. Don't worry about it.
For sure, for sure. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited, and I know you are too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, first topic of today, we got a new set that's confirmed, Jules. We got a
Mm-hmm.
new set. And this one, I don't know about you, man, but it took me by surprise. Pokemon pretty much kept this one under wraps for the
Oh,
most
yeah.
part. We got little bitty hints here and there. But this thing was really out of left field for the most part. And if you guys don't know by now, we are talking about the set releasing in March, known as Battle Styles. It is releasing on March 19th, and it is going to feature new card mechanics known as single strike and rapid strike cards. And
Mm.
I have to say, these look really, really awesome. And I don't know about you, Jules, but to me, it reminds me a lot of the old like Holland Phantoms, old Team Magma, Team Aqua type of cards.
Yeah.
Just that same kind of card mechanic. And to me, it's so awesome. I love anytime that Pokemon harkens back to a previous set, an older set, and kind of brings it back in some sort of way. And I feel like that's what they did here with this battle style set. So what do you think, man? What's your first take on this?
I saw this a couple of days ago, guys, when it was released. I'm looking at the picture right now just to really hone in on what exactly is happening. I don't know why. First thing I thought of was um, fire red and leaf green. I don't know why. Some weird
Okay.
reason it just came to me. Although the packs, they have that some sort of style to it where the blue and the reds meet. I don't know why, but that's what it looks like. I was super excited. Another thing, Houndoom. Houndoom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. hmm
Wow. Excitement level
Houndoom
1000.
coming back.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you, man. And the thing, guys, if you guys are asking yourselves, well, what is this single strike? What is this rapid strike? What does it actually mean? So, as I said, it's a new card mechanic, and it's more or less kind of a strategy that you would employ if you were playing competitively. So, single strike cards basically deliver like strong, like hard hitting type of attacks, whereas rapid strike cards are more about like kind of sneaky, more technical type of strikes. And apparently, the reason Pokemon has done this is they're really encouraging competitive players to construct decks out of one or the other. To maybe be more of a rapid strike deck or more of a single strike type of deck, and really kind of create this dynamic within the competitive scene for players to determine which strategy fits best for them. So, I know we don't talk about, the competitive arena a lot, and Jules and I just really aren't that well versed in the competitive play. That's why we plan on getting on some guests that are a little more fluent and a little more experienced in this area.
Hmm.
But I find it interesting, that Pokemon really is kind of honing in on that market and really creating a mechanic that takes the competitive arena to the next level, and does it in a different way. So I think that's really unique. And what I have found, just as in the past, with like I was saying, Team Magma, Team Aqua, Holland Phantoms. Um, Whenever they do this, it's really targeted towards the competitive players, but down the line, collectors love these type of cards, love these type of cards, because they're just different. And on top of that, you also have these stamps on the cards that indicate rapid strike or single strike to designate that particular card. And again, that almost reminds me going back to Diamond and Pearl era, where you had the stamps on the cards as well. And
Mm-hmm.
do you remember what I think there was two, I think rival, kind of like we had with Team Aqua, Team Magma. There was
I
I'm
can't
trying to
remember.
remember the name. It was like the evil group. It wasn't like Team Rocket, but it was like um
The
Sinnoh version of like
yeah.
Team Rocket. I don't know why I can't
It's not the
remember their
skull
names.
grunts or anything. That's more recent stuff, right?
That's more recent.
Yeah,
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 I'm
no.
trying to remember what the oh man, I can't believe it. And I actually am pretty well versed in the anime as well. And I know that was a big thing and the video games, but hey, it'll come to me. It'll
Leave
come
it
to
down in
me.
the comments, guys. Let us know what it was if you guys are understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know how
Help
much
us
of an
out.
idiot I am. But so what do you think, man? I mean, do you agree with that? Kind of like from a collector standpoint,
Mhm.
this is kind of a big trademark, wouldn't you say?
I think so. I think so. I think this is going to be good. But to bring you guys back 1 or 2 episodes on the podcast, we spoke about it. We always said it. Pokemon always has the competitive TCG players at heart, guys. It started for that, and they will never forget them. And look, like Shad was saying, this set seems to be really honing in on those competitive players and what they can actually do with their decks. And now with the single strike and rapid strike, guy, you can literally build a whole deck now related to a specific one of those. That's if I was playing and if I knew a lot more than I know now about how to play, I'm pretty sure this would be something even crazier going forward, especially with the cards that it looks like are going to be releasing as of March. It looks to be pretty fire to me. And then again, for the collector, we're gonna find something that we can make collectible out of these cards for sure. And because that stamp is there, like you said as well, it's gonna be like, oh, there's an error because the strike was written with a half an E instead of the full E on strike. So we're gonna find something to make collectible on that, guys. So I'm pretty pumped about that, and we'll see what comes of it. But 2021 seems to be a pretty good start to the year. Pokemon seems to be getting on track. Things are starting to happen, guys. And as we go forward, we'll keep you up to date with anything that's coming as of next year also.
And by the way, Jules, it was Team Galactic.
Ah,
Did
there
a
you
little Google
go.
search, Team Galactic. Yeah, I just could not remember that. But you probably remember as well some of those Diamond and Pearl cards that had that Team Galactic stamp on it as
Mm-hmm.
well. So it almost, to me, with these stamps, this harkening back to Holland Phantoms, Team Aqua, Team Magma, it almost makes me think that maybe Pokemon is breaking us in, maybe giving us just a little teaser
Yeah.
of something for that 25th anniversary set at the end or near the end of 2021. I'm still crossing my fingers. Neo reprint, baby.
I'm I hope we're in the same boat on that. I think Neo has to be done. I think they could skip Jungle Fossil, Team Rot, whatever. It doesn't matter. But Neo, I think, would be amazing. Um, Man, now that you're saying that though, with those things that maybe like throwbacks to, if you go back to the Diamond and Pearl, that's Nintendo stuff, right? That's not WotC, it's not any of that, right? So
Hmm.
remember we were saying also that maybe they don't want to go back to when WotC was there because there's things, legalities and all that stuff. But
Hmm.
the Nintendo stuff, they can do whatever they want with it, pretty much. And that would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
something
you
that would
make
be
a good
really
point.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Or we still are holding out hope for that gold star.
I'm still praying. I go to bed every night, guys. I do a prayer, and it's all, please, can you please put some sort of star on the card? We just want to see a star, please.
Yeah,
It's
talk about if you put something on a card that made it collectible. That would be it. That would be it.
yeah.
But yeah, overall, guys, this Battle Styles looks like a pretty awesome set for the most part. I think that um, so far from what I have seen, now we don't have the full reveal yet of all of the cards in this set, which is really strange, to be honest with you, that we would know about the set name, we would know about the card mechanic. We would have reveals of all of the products, but yet we don't have the set list yet. That's
Hmm.
pretty strange, in my opinion, that we don't have that as of yet. Um, but the way that things are panning out and the way that it's looking, this could very well go down as one of the better Sword and Shield sets. A new card mechanic in there, which this we've talked about it with all these trademarks being filed that are we've got V Star, which is going to be another card mechanic. Who knows? By the time V Star comes out, we could have a single strike V Star Fusion Super Saiyan 10 God.
Level 3,000. Oh
That
my
was,
god.
it's over 9,000.
Yeah, we're gonna have level X or level 100, then now they're just gonna go to like level 600 or something. They're just gonna
Yeah,
blow it out of the water.
infinite.
You know what's really funny? Actually, I'm just looking again at all the products. Did you notice? I know that Poke Beach made up another post about it, but there's no more Team Decks.
I did see that. I think basically their assumption on it is that when they post the products out there, when they list those out there, they list all of the products that are going to be offered, and there's no theme decks in there,
Hmm.
which in my opinion isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No.
If you go back to, like, I love the old Wizards of the Coast theme decks. I love those. But to be quite honest with you, I don't think theme decks have really been that popular for many years for the most
No.
part. So I think Pokemon, to be quite honest, I think they're focusing more on the build and battle boxes versus the theme decks. And I think that's maybe where they're going to focus more of their energies. The Vivid Voltage build and battle decks, those were a huge hit with
Yeah.
the promos that were inside of there. Which also, if you guys didn't know, the staff pre-release promos that were with Vivid Voltage, the ones that are going for like a couple $1,000s now, they're also discontinuing the staff pre-release promos. So I think what Pokemon is really doing at this point is they're really kind of honing in on the products that are really popular for
Yeah.
them. And I think also that generate the most sales. And I just think that the theme decks are just not there. I think they're taking out the staff pre-release promos because honestly, they're probably having pre-release hosts that are selling these or trying to sell these, and they see them going for thousands of dollars, and they're just like, look, like this was meant to be kind of like a thank you for hosting pre-release
Yeah.
parties, and now you're turning around and selling them. So I think that's probably why they're getting rid of those. But as far as the products that are in here um, for battle styles, I forgot the name. The products look really, really good. Probably some of the most aesthetically pleasing elite trainer boxes that I've seen thus far. And again, guys, if you're just listening to this, or even if you're watching us, go on to Poke Beach. You can find all of the products there. You can get firsthand look at exactly what all of these look like. But I don't know, man. Of all the ones that I've seen thus far, the ETBs really look awesome.
They remind me of XY evolutions. I never was able to buy any ETBs. I still cannot find them anywhere here in
Hmm.
Canada. Unfortunately, my Walmarts get picked or they just never get them, period. But they remind me of XY evolutions with the red and the black.
Hmm.
And then just to go back, like those staff pre-release promos and all that stuff, that's just like Pokemon saying no more collecting aspect in terms of that. We really want to hone in again on the playability aspect of these cards, and not what you guys think could happen in 2 years from now when they're worth $1,000 or a couple of months or whatever. I think Pokemon is they're smart people working there, and there's no point in things that are coming out that are worth $20 being $1,000 in a month. It doesn't make any sense, you
Hmm.
know?
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
think they're trying to
Well,
cut that out.
for sure. And I think this goes back to, our big conversation last week about, the future of modern products. I really don't think Pokemon wants to see these super modern products going for, like you said, thousands of dollars. That's why you're seeing all of the reprints happening: Cosmic Eclipse, Ultra Prism, Hidden Fates. I mean, it just seems like it's endless at this point of, the products that they're going to continue to reprint, at least over probably the last, at least 3 years. Those products are all susceptible to being reprinted. So, I think they're doing the same thing here. They're just looking to, like you said, hone in on the players arena, and also figure out, what products are actually selling well for them, and kind of do away with the stragglers.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a good business plan. At the end of the day,
I do
yes,
too. I do
more
too.
more money for them, less competition, right? And
Hmm.
technically, hey, they own the market when it comes to that. This is their
Hmm.
company. They can do what they want with it, right? So,
Well,
uh,
and it's not to say that they don't create some other type of product as well. You know what I
exactly.
mean? They do away with the production of the theme decks, come up with something even better,
Yeah.
and free up more manpower, more printing power for a product that's even better. So, we don't have any kind of confirmation either, that the theme decks are going to be discontinued. This is just more or less uh, kind of an assumption at this point. Um, but it could very well be likely, and I could definitely see it, with the slump, I guess you could say, of theme decks over the last few years. I could definitely see that.
What's the only thing that's left when you go to Walmart or Target? Steam
Oh
decks.
yeah. Yeah,
except for
exactly.
except for Vivid Voltage Charizards. That's about,
Mhm.
other than that, I don't think it adds any real power to your deck or anything like that in terms of playability. So maybe you
Mhm.
guys can correct us if we're wrong, but I haven't seen anybody be like going absolutely bananas about theme decks coming out and like, oh my god, I need this card in my deck. I need to play it. Like, I didn't hear anything.
No.
So
No, me neither. It's like you said, there's never a shortage of theme decks on the shelves.
exactly.
But yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're watching us on YouTube. Let us know what you think of the battle styles down in the comments. Let us know if you guys are excited for this, if you're excited for this new card mechanic, new introduction to the TCG, and I'm sure it will have a big effect on the competitive arena as well. So
Hmm.
we're both excited to see it. Definitely, we'll be getting our hands on it. And as we get a little bit closer, start to learn a little bit more about the set list, then we'll give you guys more of an educated opinion as to what we think of short-term, long-term value of this set, and kind of where it ranks in that echelon of the Sword and Shield series.
There you go.
All right, guys. So moving on to our next topic here. This one is kind of a one-off topic, but we thought that it would be fun for today. It's not necessarily TCG related, but I'm sure we will circumnavigate back around to the TCG in one way or another. But basically, Jules and I were talking about it, and we want to. Neither of us have the answer to this. Neither of us know each other's answer, I should say. But the question is, of the three original Pokemon games, red, blue, and yellow, you had your main hero on there, which was either red, blue, or yellow. And so the question that we have here for each other, and we're just going off of spur of the moment, we don't know what each other is going to pick, um, but is, who did you pick, or who would you want to be from those three original games? Would you want to be Pokemon? Would you rather be red? Would you rather be blue? Or would you rather be yellow? So, Jules, I will ask you that question, and I want a very philosophical answer,
A
and
philosophical. Okay.
I want it to be existentially relatable to everybody. So
Okay.
let's hear it.
Okay. So here we go. The main reason why I would choose this one is just because of the memories that it brings back to me. Okay. I have to go with yellow. And the reason being is I still remember when I got my first Game Boy, I think it was Pocket. It was a little black
Hmm.
one with a black and white
Yep.
screen. There was no color at the time yet. I got my Game Boy Pocket on Christmas. One, I can't remember what year it was. I think it was like 2000, 2001. I can't remember exactly. I got it. I lost my mind. And then I got Pokemon Yellow. And guys, my life was over. 3 straight years of playing that game inside and out, left, right, and center. It was completely amazing. And you know what's crazy also is that you get that game and somehow all your friends in the schoolyard are like, "Yeah, what did you get for Christmas?" "Yeah, well, I got a Game Boy Pocket with Pokemon Yellow." He's like, "What? Well, I got red and I got blue." Right? And the stories continue for hours and hours and hours, and I'm sure you guys can relate because it was probably the same thing wherever you guys are from, but it's got to be Yellow for me. The Pikachu on the cover just did it. Everything about it for me was that. Charizard and Blastoise, again, if it was Venusaur, maybe, because my favorite of the three starters is Venusaur. But there was no Venusaur, so who cares? And it was Blastoise and Charizard. So for me, I know there's a lot of people that are going to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying that." But to me, I was like, you know what? Pikachu is chill. And I went with Pikachu and drove that Game Boy Pocket to I can't even, I don't even know. You couldn't even replace batteries in it anymore. I think it exploded on me one day. And because, you know, you used to do the craziest things with it, right? And then you would be in the schoolyard and your friends would be like, "Did you see the trick or the hack that happened in the game, guys? You can get 99x rare candy. You can 99x whatever you got, you know? You go Pokemon Center, you open that PC, guys, and just as it was about to save, you close the Game Boy and boom, you open it back up and you got those 99 rare candies, and all of a sudden, you got a master set of all your Pokemon in the roster. You got those 6 crazy monsters just ready to go, and you're like at stage 2 of the game, and there's like 8 stages, whatever it is, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna breeze through this because you are locked and loaded, level 100, everybody, let's go. After you beat it 6 times already on regular, right? But
Mhm.
so I think to me, it's gotta be Yellow. Pikachu, again, if it was green, maybe, but Yellow was the way to go for me. And I don't think anybody could ever change my mind about that. Just too many memories and too much good times with that game. And then Silver and Gold came later. We got those ones too, and Pinball and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
Yellow, Yellow for life, my friend. What about
That's
you?
that's a really good answer, honestly. And the unique thing about yellow was, once you had played red and blue, to actually have a companion by your side, and the fact that it was more closely tied to the anime. The fact
Yes.
that it had come out later after the anime had gotten popular. Yellow really was a unique game. And I still remember the intro too. You had the surfing Pikachu coming in on the intro, and the music too. The music was fantastic. But for me, mine was Pokemon Red. That was the first game that I ever got. And speaking of the Game Boy Pocket, I still have mine. In fact, it's right in this closet behind me. I've got my Game Boy Pocket, I've got my Game Boy Advance, and I got my Game Boy Color.
Wow.
Um, Now, for me, I actually played Red on the original Game Boy, the big block Game Boy, as it should be played. Should not be played on anything else.
When you used to link
Um,
them up with the cables, you
exactly,
could battle each
exactly.
other. That was
Yep.
sick.
Yeah. So red was mine, and I'm trying to remember where I actually got it from. It might have been. Hmm. I wanna say it was a Toys R Us, if I'm not mistaken, which that adds even more of a dimension to it. I know you guys still have Toys R Us or some kind of
Yes, we do. Yeah.
version of it there in Canada, but it went out of business a few probably 5 or 6 years ago in the United States, and so that adds a little bit more to it, the fact that, I was able to get it at a store that's no longer here. um but yeah, the thing that I loved about Red too, and actually, funny enough, I still have this as well. I don't have. I would love. We talk about all the time about sealed cards and the TCG and everything, but I would love to have a sealed copy of red, blue, yellow. I just there's so much nostalgia to that, guys. And if
Mhm.
you think about it, that was what started it all. I think people have, they've kind of been out of the loop for so long that they think the TCG is where Pokemon started, but it was the games. It was the games that started it all. And I still have my trainer's manual from Pokemon Red. So I didn't keep anything else in there, but I still have the trainer's manual that basically described the game, the objective of the game, everything like that. And even flipping through that brings back so many memories, and just seeing the designs on there and the artwork and the illustrations is just so awesome. Um, but the reason that I liked red, one, I just like the color red. Crimson is my favorite color, so I was more drawn to that. Um, and just Charizard. I was just a Charizard fan. I
Ah,
have been
you
since
you were one
day
of
one.
those.
Yeah, I was one of those basic kids, I guess you could say. But but yeah, just red. I loved it. There's so many unique things about that game. You talked about getting the 99 rare candies. So I remember sailing up and down the coast of Cinnabar Island, getting looking for missing no, and then I think there was another glitch on there in the same area where you could get unlimited. Oh, what was it? I think it was like unlimited super potions or something like that. And I would go because that was one of the last places, close to the last places before you got to the Pokemon League. And so I would go up and down Cinnabar Island, get all those super potions. That way, when I got to the Pokemon League, I could just could just
That's
hammer it out.
exactly. Just heal it up all the way and you're good to go.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, I played it on all of them. The original Game Boy, played it on the Pocket, played it on the Game Boy Advance, which always looked really funny because it stuck so far out of the top versus the actual Game Boy Advance games. And then when the Nintendo 64 came out and Pokemon Stadium came out, you could get the transfer pack and then you could actually plug it in there and then you could play it on your TV, which
Yeah.
was awesome. Kids today just don't understand. You've got iPads, you've got phones, you've got that backlit screen. Back in the day, I actually had a little clip that clipped onto the Game Boy Advance and it was basically a light. So it clipped on and then it showed on the screen itself because man, once
Yes.
if it was a cloudy day or if it was dark, like you couldn't see anything on those
Nope.
screens. And what's interesting is I've actually seen some modified Game Boy Advances where they actually have a backlit screen, and that's
Hmm.
that's just so cool, so cool. People
Those are
do
always
some
nice.
amazing stuff with that. But yeah, for me, it was Red. Um, that game just brings back so many memories, and when we started to see base set come out. It was basically those same artworks that we got on the games for red and blue. Those were the pack arts
Mhm.
that we were seeing for base set as well. And I remember seeing that, and it's just like that same kind of flood of excitement. I remember coming through much in the same manner as when I got the game, when I saw those packs. It was just that same flood of excitement and just the innocence of being a kid. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I think that's one reason why we all still love this hobby so much. Is it gives you that nostalgic feeling. It gives you that feeling of being a kid again and that innocence. And that's what I've experienced, whether it was in the games, whether it was in the TCG, the anime as well. I followed the anime pretty much since the beginning, even when I was out of the TCG and I wasn't paying any attention to that or the games for that matter. I was still watching the anime, still always enjoyed it. I remember before it was actually on Netflix, I used to go onto the internet and try to like find like clips on YouTube, and I'd have to watch like 64 clips of one episode to complete it. And
uh,
now we can just flip on, Amazon Prime or Pokemon TV or wherever and watch videos easily. But yeah, it was a struggle back
yeah,
not too long ago. It was a struggle to try to watch episodes. Um, but yeah, that being said, uh, my absolute favorite game of all time is Pokemon Silver.
those
I
are yeah,
love those to me are arguably the best games of all time.
those are good.
Of all time. There was so many cool things that they featured in there. You could use a phone. You
Hmm.
could call on a phone. It had like day and night cycles on there. So, the longer you were playing, it would turn into evening, night, and then it would be day again. Just so many cool things on there. And in the same vein, my favorite TCG sets are the Neo era as well. I think that Generation 2 was really, in my opinion, was the last time that the original Gen 1 people, people like you and myself, that was like the last hurrah for many of us
Hmm.
was Johto, was
Exactly.
Generation 2. Once that ended, I know for me personally, I mean, that's the time, and it's sort of it makes sense, because we were all kind of transitioning through to kind of, you know, childhood to more teenage years at that point, and so it's just kind of the natural transition for us. Um, but that, Gen 2, Johto, the games, the TCG, Neo, those are my favorite sets and really just my favorite era of Pokemon in general.
Yeah, I agree. Base set, like you said, base set, Neo, and then after that, whatever, got a little boring, and that's when I stopped pretty much. But all this talk, man, it's got me like excited. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go like buy a Game Boy or something. I don't have any more of my stuff. I got rid of everything. Like when I say everything, I literally everything. I had to start from scratch again, guys. Um, and and now talking about that, I feel like I gotta go buy a yellow cartridge or something. I wish I can buy like a closed or sealed one, like you said too. That would be
Mhm.
they're just getting super expensive, especially if they're graded and everything. Wow,
Mhm.
that's crazy. But this talk is bringing me back to being a kid. I wanna spend a couple of hours smashing on those A and B buttons.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which, it's funny you mention that because if any of you out there haven't heard, here pretty soon I'm going to be having my own website over on my channel where I'll be, having different products on there. And one of the things that I've thought to include beyond just the cards is the games as well. Trying to get my hands on sealed copies of, the older games and having those available because there is a huge market for that a lot of people don't even know.
Hmm.
There's grading companies like Wada Games out there that will grade your sealed Game Boy games or any older Pokemon games, and that to me is a really good investment as well. If you're looking for something to kind of diversify to have something other than just cards, I think sealed games is a great way to go. Great way to go. Even much in the same manner like with Pokemon, people will sell empty boxes, which I don't condone. I don't condone that at all. But people are even doing that as well. The empty boxes from the games, and or even the trainer's manual. Like I've got the trainer's manual. I've seen those for sale, and those go for pretty good money as well. In good condition. So there's a whole market out there for the video game side of Pokemon as well
Hmm.
that people should definitely look at. And yeah, something that I've definitely thought about including and kind of appealing to a little bit larger market. But yeah, I think you definitely need to get your hands
Yeah,
on a Game Boy.
it's gonna
There's
happen.
just nothing. There's nothing like it, man. Like much in the same manner as we've talked about before. When you open up, especially if you open up a vintage pack of cards, and it's that smell. Like that's just one of your senses that gets activated and it just immediately takes you back. It's much in the same manner when I hear the 8-bit music coming out of the Game Boy, it's just I have it in my head all day long. I will be
Yeah,
singing it all day long, and it's the same thing. I flip that. I flip it on,
that's
and
it.
there's a Game Boy, and then you got the it's just there's just nothing like it to me.
Just
There's just
just remember back, okay? Like the generation of now. th- There's almost we're almost at a point where there's no more disc. There's no more hard copy of whatever game you
mhm.
are. You want to play Call of Duty, download it, done. Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you want, finished. No more hard copy. You used to get those hard copies, those cartridges, yellow, silver, crystal, whatever, whichever Pokemon game that you guys had, guys. You had that, the struggles of blowing into the cartridge, smashing
Yes.
it into the back of the Game Boy, of whatever, like you'll never have that anymore. The struggles were real back in the time, guys. Like the
Mhm.
generation now, they just won't be able to comprehend it. And it's unfortunate. But also, like, another thing, like when you just throw that Pokeball, and oh my god, that A button and then a couple of B buttons and then the A button and just smashing it. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, I got you. I got you. It's the
Yes.
best feeling ever. Best feeling.
So I think it was I'm thinking back on it now, and I when you were sailing up and down the coast of Cinnabar Island, I think the glitch was actually I think it wasn't master balls. It was what's the next step down from a master ball? It's
Is it Ultra?
a I think it's an ultra ball. Yeah.
I think
I
it's
think it was an
Ultra.
ultra ball. I think you could get like 99 ultra balls if you did that. And I remember specifically now the reason that I did that is because I wanted to get all 3 legendary birds, and you had to go through like a million pokeballs, and you had to get the TM down just low enough, but not too low.
Don't
And
kill him.
then yeah, you can't you can't paint him, otherwise you're done and you'll never see it again. And then you just have to start your game over from the previous save spot. But that was it. You got like 99 ultra balls, and I would just go in and I'd get his HP down to, just right, and then just throw a ton of ultra balls to try to get all 3 legendary birds.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, man, it's just those things that, that every kid knew. Every kid knew that back then. They knew about the glitches. They knew about all these things. And it defined our generation for the most part. When we
Yes.
were kids, there's other generations out there that have other defining characteristics about them. But Pokemon was such an essential part, I think, of our childhood and really in defining that. And, you guys, hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this conversation here today in regards to this. Like we said, guys, once we get into the beginning of the year, we'll have guests, we'll have people on where we will get more into the nitty gritty of collecting, investing, all those different things. But really, what we wanted to do today is open up to you guys a little bit more and kind of give you more of like, where we come from. Like
Hmm.
we're not just two guys that are concerned about, just flipping cards or, money, money, money or anything like that. Like we have a vested interest in this hobby and it goes way, way back. And I think also it gives you guys a little bit more of an impression on our personalities, who we are, kind of how, we interact. And, I'm sure many of you out there, if we asked you this same question, you would probably have similar stories. You'd probably have a similar emotional experience of that. And I feel like that's why this community is so tight, is because we all understand how it makes us feel, how it defined us as children, and how it's continuing to influence us, even into our adulthood and probably throughout the rest of our lives. I think this is something that, we will enjoy for the majority of our life. And even if Pokemon, isn't around anymore, we will still have these memories. We will still have these products, our collections, all these different things. And it's just such a nice little chapter, I think, in most people's lives, and why it's so important.
Yeah, I agree. Shad and I were talking, and we said that it was kind of going to be a spur of the moment thing. We came up with it, guys. I think, like you said, it just gives you guys a look deeper into our personalities, who we are as people. We do have stories as well to go back to, and we were kids at one point, guys. We're kind of all in the same boat at the end of the day. Most of us are around the same ages, whether you're between the ages of 18 and 35, whatever the case. You kind of you come from different background stories when it comes to Pokemon itself. But we just thought it would be something fun just to go out 2020, say bye bye to 2020 basically before we come back in the new year in 2021, just to give you a deeper look into who Shad and I are, and how we thought about our childhoods when it came to specifically the games. And if you guys agree with it, if you disagree with it, whatever the case, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let us know, guys, what you think. We're open to conversation. It's fun here. It's fun here on the channel, and we want to make sure that we portray that, and we really hope that you guys are having fun here as well.
Yeah, yeah, very well said, man. Very well said. And I think that is a great way to leave us off today and for 2020, guys. We again, from the bottom of our heart, from Jules and myself, we want to thank you guys so much for everybody that has subscribed, for everybody that has followed us out on other podcasting platforms, and also both on our separate channels. We've got a lot of the same people that support both Jules and myself and the podcast. So we just want to give you guys a big, big thank you. And, we want you guys to know that you're appreciated, and that we've got big things for you guys coming into next year. Jules and I, we're both relatively new to the content creating scene. We've only been doing it this year, since I started in May. Jules, you started maybe a couple
August.
months,
Yeah.
August thereafter. So we're both relatively new, and the outpouring of support that we have both received from the community thus far is it's really amazing. And we just want to let you guys know that we really appreciate you, and we hope that you'll be along on this ride with us for the long term. So, guys, I think that is going to do it for today. We want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season, Happy New Year. We will see you guys on January 1st, the very first day of 2021. Also, don't forget about that giveaway. So, here on the channel, just go ahead and comment on this video, hashtag Purveyors XMAS, hashtag Purveyors Christmas, and then you will get yourself entered into the possibility of getting that fall collector's chest. And then Jules, over on his channel, you guys can go ahead and get in that giveaway as well. Jules, you want to give them one last rundown of exactly how to get entered?
Yep. So, guys, super easy. Head on over to my channel, Collecting with Jules. In the description we'll have the link to my channel as well. There's going to be a video for the giveaway. Basically, what you got to do, you got to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to the podcast, leave a comment as well. And that's pretty much it. You're entered to win all those 5 prizes: the Champions Path ETB, a couple of sleeved blister packs, and much more. So, guys, it's all for you. It's for Christmas, and it's fun. It's fun, and I hope you guys have fun here on the channel as well.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, guys. Well, I think that is going to do it for this episode. We will see you all next time. Again, thank you so much for the support. And other than that, we will see you next time right here on the Pokemon Purveyors podcast. Take care, guys.
See ya.